Hi there, this is Brian King. There's a saying that if you want to feel better, help somebody else with their problems. Well, there's a lot of truth to that. I know a lot of people that have that experience. And there's also the truth that you often feel worse when you think about your own problems. And there's a couple reasons for that. First of all, you're dwelling on what's not working, what the problem is. But the bigger reason you feel bad when you think about your own problems is because it increases the sense of scarcity in your situation. Let me give you an example of what the self-talk tends to be like when you focus on your own problems. It tends to be along the lines of, I have this problem, which means others don't have the problem. I'm having all this difficulty. I'm having a lack of something, that there's an absence of thing in my life. So you're not focusing on any kind of gratitude. You're focusing on what you don't have, what you don't like, what's not working, what other people have it better than you for some reason. So you're thinking scarcity, scarcity, scarcity. You're also feeling disconnected, that other people are happy, I'm sad. Other people have more, I have less. Other people don't understand, I feel misunderstood, I feel alone. So the more you focus on that disconnect and that lack that exists in your life, of course you're going to feel worse. You're digging a hole. But when you focus on somebody else, what are you focusing on? You're focusing on the things that you can give, that there are these resources that are available that I possess, that I can give to other people. So you immediately shift to an abundance mindset when you're being helpful, because you're thinking in terms of solutions, things that you can provide. And it gets your mind entirely off of this attitude of lack. One of the things, unfortunately, though, that tends to get missed is you forget that these things that you are giving, these resources that you are providing somebody else, are also available to you. That there are people that can help you. That there are resources you can use to help yourself. Caleb chimed in here. He says, you actively stop and think on them and how they directly affect you. Other problems don't always affect you directly. Yeah, you can help people with problems that don't affect you, but it's the helping in itself that shifts your mindset. The idea that there are resources that can be tapped into in order to find solutions and produce opportunities for gratitude and joy and feeling connected with another human being, feeling like they matter, feel like they belong, that they're not alone. These are the experiences you're providing somebody else when you're helping them. And at least subconsciously, you're aware that you're creating and participating in the experience of gratitude, of connectedness, of being in it together. That's exactly the stuff you're lacking when you're focusing on you. Now, some people would suggest that by helping other people in order to feel better yourself is a form of distraction, that you're not dealing with your own problems. You're using it as an escape. Well, maybe some people do it that way, but I'm encouraging you to use it differently. It's as a reminder to yourself that you're not alone, that others are in this with you, that what you're experiencing, whatever the form of suffering is part of the human experience. It's not something that is happening to you because the universe singled you out to say, let's kick this person in the ass today and make them feel less than. If anything, it's an opportunity to be reminded that you are part of this continuum, this whole, that is what it means to be alive, what it means to be human. And others are going through it with you. You are never alone unless you focus on me, my suffering. That's when you feel alone, because you forget that there's a we-ness to it. We're suffering. Human beings are suffering. This is my experience of it. And I am reminded that we are in this together when I help somebody else with their suffering. You follow me on this? That as long as you are actively participating in some way and relieving the suffering that human beings experience, you will not feel alone in your suffering. It won't get deeper. It won't get worse. It won't get overwhelming as long as you are reminding yourself that I'm not alone. There are others in this with me. There are solutions available for all of us. There is help that I can receive. There is help that I can give. Now, Susan, you say yes, but hard to find time to help others. Really? Do you ever run errands? Do you ever look at the cashier across from you and say, thank you? I'm so grateful you helped me get through this line quickly because I got so much to do today. In that moment, Susan and anybody else, you show somebody else that they matter, that you see them, that they're more than just a cashier that's just running through the hamster wheel of stuff they do every single day, their scripts of, did you find everything okay? Is there anything I can find for you? You take them out of that mundane, bored place that they're in, and you connect with another human being, and I promise you, those little moments help relieve the suffering of one other person because they're reminded that they matter and that they're seen. So helping others doesn't mean you're helping them move. Like what's happening down in Mexico and Puerto Rico, holy cow, the tragedy of the earthquake and the hurricane. Being helpful isn't always running into rescue and doing something major. It can be something so small as giving a crap about somebody else just for a moment. And those things add up. So regardless of how busy your life is, take those little moments to be helpful to somebody else. And you, in that moment, are no longer alone because you're connecting with another person. You're realizing this thing of needing to feel appreciated, of needing to feel like we matter. We both need that because we're human beings. We both need this because we're in it together. And every time I take to thank the dry cleaner, thank the cashier, the person in the drive-through window, the stranger on the street that you compliment on their nice shirt or whatever it is, every time you create that moment with another human being, you get some of it too. And that helps both of you feel better about life and about this human condition. So focus less on the things that are missing in your life and the problems you're having, and instead seek out those opportunities to be reminded that you're not alone, that you live in a state of we-ness. We have this experience, we have this suffering, but we support each other. We go through it together. We gain strength from one another. And it only has to happen in those little moments. So hopefully this was something that's helpful for you. If you need more help with things like this, it's what I do. So just ask. Thank you very much for watching and for your time. I'm very grateful for you. This has been Brian, and we will talk again soon.